International Journal of Health Policy and Management. Quality and speed are our culture and the keys to our success. Welcome to the audio summary section of the International Journal of Health Policy and Management.
I am Rachel Nugent. I'm Vice President for Global Non-Communicable Diseases at RTI International. And I'm here to tell about the paper that was published by the International Journal of Health Policy and Management on disease control priorities. The paper that I wrote, and that thankfully the journal published, has two main points. One is to reflect on an earlier publication in the journal by Uli Norheim, published in 2018, in which he discusses Disease Control Priorities, third edition, and a theory of change for translating evidence to health policy. And I'm responding to Uli Norheim's paper, as well as pointing out some aspects of Disease Control Priorities, third edition, that were accomplished and some aspects that were not accomplished in the overall effort. Disease Control Priorities is an assessment of the epidemiological and economic evidence for public policy interventions and clinical interventions for global health across a wide range of disease conditions and health conditions. It was led by Professor Dean Jamieson, who also led Disease Control Priorities second edition and the first Disease Control Priorities that was published in 1993. The Disease Control Priorities third edition was published between 2015 and 2018 in 9 volumes. I was one of the key staff people as a director of DCP and later as a principal investigator. In Norheim's view, the disease control priorities accomplished much in laying out evidence for improving public health, improving health generally, in developing countries. His theory of change lays out the need for evidence to play a key role, but it is only one of the roles in priority setting. And he suggests that priority setting works best at the national level, and the evidence needs to come from the national level and from the decisions from the health bureaucracy and civil society are what should be used to set priorities for health in a country. And I don't disagree with Professor Norheim. I would, however, add several points that articulate the value of disease control priorities third edition and the previous editions, which are global assessments of the evidence, not developed at the national level in any specific country, but provide an overview of what is available globally. There are a number of things that need to be accomplished by any priority setting exercise, and what disease control priorities set out to do was to follow those steps. 1, to produce a definitive state of the evidence summary that is credible but not overly technical. 2, to serve as a reference guide for global health evidence for a wide range of users. 3, to employ a transparent and balanced process to reach conclusions about what the evidence tells us. And 4, to indicate the limits of applicability and generalizability of that work. And in all of those respects, DCP3, Disease Control Priorities third edition, succeeded in my view. Again, Norheim points to the importance of a nationally owned process, and that's where DCP did not succeed, and it did not intend to accomplish a nationally owned process because it is an assessment of the global evidence. But he is right in saying that there are steps in between a global assessment of evidence and a national priority setting exercise that can inform how resources are invested in any given country. I think that DCP could take some of those steps and could have gone further than it did, particularly in helping evaluate locally produced evidence and strengthening national capacity to do so. More carefully examining the quality of the evidence that was available and explaining why there are deviations in available evidence that could be used by health decision makers. Proposing benchmarks that countries could use to guide them in achieving adequate and efficient spending on health, and creating more demand for priority setting evidence. I think those are all very consistent with Willie Norheim's suggestion and things that DCP did not fully do, and that need to be done as there's increased need for priority setting for health, to allocate resources well. And I hope that in the next iteration of DCP, whatever it looks like, that more of that national capacity building and relevance will be accomplished.